I could not have asked for a better afternoon to come for a walk. First part of February, and you know, as I look around, we have almost no snow. That blows my mind. This is so unusual for us, and I'm thankful for it. Very thankful for it. Makes a nice, easy walk. All of the sidewalks are pretty clear. They're dry. You know, no standing water right now. Yeah, you just can't ask for anything more this time of year. Air is fresh and clean. Love to be outdoors. Really enjoyed my walk this evening. You know, one of the biggest differences between riding my indoor trainer and being out on my mountain bike, well, there's a couple of them. So I thought we'd talk about that just for a couple of minutes here. Number one is that when I'm on my indoor trainer, you know, I have really total control over the resistance and the effort level that I want to put into it, the duration, all of those kinds of good things. Because when I'm out on my mountain bike, you know, I'm subject to the terrain that I'm riding on. And so, you know, it's really unpredictable. Even when I've been out to the rails for trails, which is, it is a straight line. If you're not familiar, they're taking old train tracks, pulled them up and made them into trails for hiking and, you know, walking, biking, that kind of thing. Love being out there. A good part of it is usually gravel, so I do get a pretty solid workout when I'm there. But even out there, at a straight line, you know, I still have to cross intersections and roads. I go through towns, and all of that can throw off your pace. So when I'm indoors, I don't have to worry about any of that. You know, I can set the resistance level to whatever I want it to be for however long I want it to be. I don't have to wait for the gravel to come up to make it a little bit harder for me to ride on and get a bit more solid of a workout. So, you know, I'm really grateful for that piece of it. I'm grateful to have, you know, an indoor trainer that I can use like that for cycling, for a workout, and that Kim lets me do it in the living room, so I don't have to be out in the garage. So I got the access to TV and all those kind of good things for a little bit of entertainment to pass the time, make it a little more interesting and even a little more productive for me. The other thing is, and it goes along with what I was just saying, and it came kind of to light to me today, because I was on the stationary bike. I was on that indoor trainer doing a hard workout today. It was my second interval session for the week. 3 minutes on, 90 seconds to recover, repeated it 5 times, right? Put forth a really hard effort. But at one point, my legs almost got, I don't know how to describe, kind of tangled up a bit, or I don't know. So what happened is when I'm on the mountain bike, you can stop pedaling and you can coast. There's no coasting on an indoor trainer like that. And so, you know, I kind of let up a little bit after going really hard, and I needed to keep my legs turning over, and I didn't quite do that. It kind of almost bucked me like a horse a little. So, you know, that makes a difference too. And that's just, you know, it goes back to being consistent and having total control, you know, over the effort that you're putting in, the resistance that you're putting in, that kind of thing. And there's really no, I mean, you can't just stop and coast down a hill. Like if I was riding my mountain bike out here, I'd be putting on a hard effort going up, because it goes uphill. This is about a quarter-mile track that goes around this park. But then coming down, you know, you're coasting. You're just coasting. So you get a bit of a break from, you know, from your efforts. There's no break from your efforts really, unless you purposely just slow down, you know what I mean? So those are a couple of things kind of came to me today, and the one was just, you know, kind of hit me like a lightning bolt there when I kind of got bucked up on my bike. I wasn't really, I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I was working hard, and well, you know, I just got to the end of it and my legs were tired, and you know, kind of bucked me up a bit. So all right, I'm gonna get back into this walk. I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, the air is fresh, it's crisp. It's about 34 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's just a little above freezing. this weekend, they're calling for, you know, in 40s, 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Yesterday, some places not that far from here got up to 50 degrees. Now, we didn't get that high yesterday because we had a lot of cloud cover, but they had some sunshine and that boosted their temperature. So lucky them. 50 degrees. Unreal. All right. We'll talk more in a minute. All right, so I've got a question for everybody. Have you ever run on a curved manual treadmill? I've really been thinking a lot about those. You know, they're probably financially, they're not in the cards right this minute, but it's certainly something that I'm considering saving for in the future as a future purchase. I like the idea of them, but I've never run on one. So I was curious for those who have trained on them, or if you own one and you train on one now, you know, how do you like it? They're pricey. They're pricey. You know, I think on the lower end, I've seen them for around $2,000. The one that I have been looking at is the Assault Runner, and they run about $3,000 and up. They do have another version that's a bit more expensive than that, but they seem pretty well built. I know that they use them for, you know, the CrossFit games, things like that, and they just seem like they're durable, well built, that kind of thing. So, but I'm just wondering what, you know, what they're like to run on. I like the idea of being curved. I think that might be a little bit easier on my foot strike, maybe a little easier on these old bones and joints, especially as I get older. And I like the idea that it's manual, because, you know, regular treadmills, I've got a couple that are portable, you know, foldable treadmills, so they're not full size. I do wish that I had a full size treadmill, because then I could set up my lever system at home, because you need a full size treadmill to do that. They will fit on the curved manual treadmills. I did check into that. They got some adapters that you can use that on. But anyway, I like the idea that, unlike traditional treadmills where, you know, I'm working to really follow the pace of the treadmill instead of the other way around. Manual treadmill, the treadmill adapts to you as opposed to you adapting to it, right? And I like that idea. I like that idea. And from some of the articles that I've read and so on, it makes sense to me that you can get a really good solid workout there. But I don't know. You can't always believe everything you read. So I was wondering if you guys had any experience, and if you'd be willing to share it in the comment section below. I don't have a gym around me that has one. I've looked. I've checked with the different gyms, because I thought, well, maybe I could just go in and get a day pass on one of these gyms and try one out for myself. But no, no go. You know, I might be able to find maybe a fitness store that has one, but I'm sure I'm gonna have to drive a ways, because I did look around my area and they don't carry any version. You know, I'd be willing to test out running on a manual curved treadmill on a different, you know, brand. That's fine. There's a number of different brands that are out there, but I can't even find that. So what do you guys think? Curved treadmill, manual, or is it better just to stick with, you know, full-size treadmill? Oh, and if you do train on a full-size treadmill, it's, you know, electric, and you're enjoying it and you think it's worth the money, maybe you could share that in the comment section below too, because, you know, they typically are a little less expensive, and you can get a lot more bells and whistles on many of them as well. So just curious, treadmills, where do you guys stand? Or I should say, where do you run? Where do you run on a treadmill? All right, we'll talk more in a second. Oh, I'm in an Overblast 2 again today. Man, I love these shoes to walk in. I love them to run in. I love these shoes to run in. But they make a really, really good walking shoe for me, as I mentioned the other day. All right, I'll let you go for now. Looking forward to some sunny weather coming up this weekend. We have not seen the sun in so many days. Oh, I think I mentioned that in maybe yesterday's video, the day before, I don't know. It's just been so long since we've seen the sun. I'm really looking forward to it. I'll definitely be getting outside, maybe to go for a walk. Maybe I'll get out my mountain bike, just go for a little nice mountain bike ride. Tomorrow's a rest day. I know Kim has plans for us. I think she wants to go do a little bit of antiquing. You know, not necessarily my favorite, but I'd absolutely do it with her because she does plenty of things with me, going on all of these marathon weekends and so on. So it's the least I can do. All right, guys, thanks for coming along on this walk with me. I really appreciate it. I'm going to stop my watch and see how we did. Okay, so oops, kind of jostling you around there. Sorry about that. Okay, about 6 miles, a little over 6 miles, hour and 37 minutes in total for the walk. Really nice night to do it, and even a better night since you guys came along with me for this walk this evening. So thanks again for joining me, and thanks for making it to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you. As always, run tall, run strong, be kind to one another. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.